Halito Chimachukma, this is Chief Steve coming at y'all with another episode, a true story. We got a really interesting one for you guys today, but before we get into it, make sure you guys like and hype this video up, comment in the comment section, get really interactive, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and hit that notification bell as well. So whenever I drop these bombs, you'll be the first ones to grab them. Now, without further ado, let's get into it.
If you take the Nigerian accent like this and you slow it down, you put a lot of slavery in there.
Facts.
And then you start to put a little bit of subservience in it. This is what starts to happen to the Nigerian accent.
Man.
It goes this because literally, if you're down here and you start to speed it up, and then you start to take all the thing out of it, then before you know it, you're talking like this.
Now we are free again.
Now we are free. We are released. If you
Have you guys heard the comments of David Oyelowo talking about accents, specifically the Southern Black American accent? On the podcast, they asked him to do a Southern accent, and he says the best way that he can do it is do a Nigerian accent, and then to speak slowly, and then to add slavery into it, and then you add subservience into it. I had to think for a moment if I wanted to talk about this, but it's just so wrong. And I'm going to talk about this from an actor point of view. I did study overseas in London. I just feel like this was a missed opportunity for him to actually talk about accents and dialects, or even the phonetic alphabet. It's super distasteful and lazy to say that you add a little slavery into an accent and then just add subservience into an accent, and that's how you have the perfect Southern accent. It's a horrible acting note. If a director or a dialect coach said that to you as an actor, I would be like, and I understand why a lot of people are upset. It feels like he's putting down Black Southern people and disrespecting our culture, especially after he played MLK in Selma. You, as a Black British person, played a Black American leader, and the way that you were talking about his accent, where that accent comes from, you say add slavery into it and to be subservient? Okay. Like I said, I feel like this could have been a really good teaching moment for young Black actors, but instead you just said something really ignorant.
Godfrey made another career-ending mistake today, and I like Godfrey, but there's no excuse for this. Like, this is unforgivable. Like, this is just really, really, really terrible. So this is an extension of the previous backlash that he was getting for bringing on the actor David Oyelowo. This dude, David Oyelowo, oh, he was wildin'. This dude reinforced every negative stereotype of an uppity African. You know how they consider like all Africans uppity Africans, but not all are uppity? This dude is an uppity African. This dude came on his podcast and said things like Black Americans were jealous of him. That's why they are upset he played MLK. They just jealous he's good at what he does. This dude was arrogant. He was pompous. This dude was condescending as hell. This dude definitely reinforced the stereotype of how uppity Africans think they're better than Black Americans. He for sure think he better. If you are a conscious brother, regardless of what your nationality is, you would watch that podcast and have an issue with it. You will be disturbed watching that podcast. I can't put into words how disturbing that podcast is. This dude at some point said the American accent is a slow down version of the Nigerian accent with a hint of slavery and a hint of subservient. All right, man. Why? Why? Now, in the moment when he said it, nobody in the room checked him, including Godfrey.
If you take the Nigerian accent like this and you slow it down, you put a lot of slavery in there.
Facts.
And then you start to put a little bit of subservience in it. This is what starts to happen to the Nigerian accent.
Man.
It goes this because literally, if you're down here and you start to speed it up, and then you start to take all the thing out of it, then before you know it, you're talking like this.
Now we are free again.
Now we are free. We are released.
Hey, that was a smooth transition. You see that? Damn.
You have to study it. You have to study it.
Godfrey has a track record of sticking up for Black Americans and Black culture in general. But in this moment, not only did he not step in, Godfrey even chimed in and said, facts. And when he sped up the Nigerian accent, he says, freedom, finally. So he's co-signing that the American accent is just a slow down Nigerian accent with a hint of slavery and a hint of subservient. Right? As if Africans are more militant than Black Americans, right? Again, this just falls and reaffirms all the negative stereotypes of Africans would pretend to be pro-Black in the public, but then behind closed doors, or when another African come in a room, they chuckle, right? And they disparage and they go against Black Americans. And again, this just reaffirms all the suspicions Black Americans already have of Africans because, again, Godfrey is one of the most pro-Black, super militant, Nation of Islam, Farrakhan, like he is pro-black as pro-black can be when no Africans are in the room. But when an African come in the room, all of a sudden, he's making jokes like the Black American accent is just a slowed down African accent with a hint of slavery. Now, Van Lathan and other people were really upset about this, and they spoke out against it. I think even Karen Hunter, Godfrey Oldballs, she spoke out against Godfrey. So a lot of people was upset about this clip as well as other clips.
We sit here and tell you how disrespectful what you did is, and you tell us to go eat a dick. And you think that we're going to support you, or we're going to trash you every chance we get. So get ready. Pull up your big boy britches. Y'all keep wanting to treat us like we are the guests. You are the guests. This is our country. This is our homeland. You are the guests. I don't care if you grew up in South Central. I don't care if you grew up in Chicago. You are the guests. This is our country. Don't you dare come here talking shit.
But
Okay,
you
I'm
can
like,
eat
man,
a dick
listen,
for real. I'm a tether, I'm a this, all these terms for a bunch of
No, I wasn't
traumatized
saying
black
any of
folk.
that.
It's like, first of all, I'm a very well-read man when it comes to black life. Very well-read. I've done mounds of going to see the minister,
Yeah.
a Savior's Day, all kinds of shit. I met Stokely Carmichael. I met Francis Cress Welsing. I met all these people. Did you? I can question a lot of people on.
You met Stokely Carmichael. You met this person. You met that person. And this is the thing. And clearly, how good was that reading? How good did what good did that do you? You still sitting here completely oblivious to the fact that you are a guest.
As much as I speak up for black women, what do you think that does to me in this business when I'm speaking up for you guys? I speak up for you motherfuckers all the time. Most celebrities in Hollywood don't say a goddamn thing about y'all.
So because you speak up for black women and because that's what your sexual preference, we should allow you to disrespect our lineage? That's what we should allow you to do? Yo, this is what I'm saying. The truth, Godfrey, is coming out. You feel like we owe you something. You in our country and you feel like we owe you something. Would you be able to do what you're doing right now in Nigeria? Would you have been able to become the successful comedian that you have been in Nigeria? How about in Britain? Because that's why David Oyelowo brought his behind over here, because he wasn't able to accomplish what he was able to accomplish here. Because of what we have fought for, what we have bled for, what we have died for. But you think we owe you something because your sexual preference is black women. And let me tell you something. I speak for all black women. I could care less. If you never want to talk to another one of us again, as long as you keep our name out your mouth and stop disrespecting us as a whole, whether black men or black women, stop disrespecting foundational black Americans on your stink ass, silly ass, foreign ass podcast. We are sick of the disrespect, and we are going to check you every single time. I don't give a shit how many books you read. I don't give a shit who you met. I don't give a shit. Every time you fix your mouth on us and it's disrespectful, we going to check you on it. And if you don't like it, stop. Keep our names out of your stinking ass slave selling mouth.
I don't think there's any actual black person that was surprised when Godfrey was trying to turn up on that black lady, who was just disappointed at the reaction he had to that weak ass British actor that they had the nerve to let play fucking Martin Luther King Jr., his garbage ass, weak ass. And then I don't really see how y'all are confused that Godfrey don't really care for black people. Like Malcolm said in his book, bro, I don't trust people, especially white people, that always want to have black people around them, that always want to be on good terms with black people. We don't got no allies, bro. We don't. It's sad to say, but them niggas be spies, bro. He always trying to, you feel me? It was only a matter of time before he showed his true colors, and that he's what he is, bro. And he's not one of us. He's what he is, and he's not one of us. It's that simple, fam. And then you wanted to hang on to the fact that you defend us so much when, first of all, nobody asked you to do that, bitch. Why don't you just defend whatever the fuck that is that you stand for and what you is? I was born in Chicago. I don't give a fuck where you was born, bitch. So like I said, you want to cling on to the fact that you defend us so much. Okay, well, why when he said if you dumb down the Nigerian accent and put some subservience in it, you get slavery. And when he said that, you said, facts. Nigga said facts. Like the shit he was saying was true. So you feel me? I don't really see how there's anybody that could be, you feel me, a little confused that Godfrey's a fucking dumbass and he's not really one of us because he portrays his image as if he is. Like, as if he is, my dumbass. So it's like, fuck that nigga and fuck everything that he stands for.
Villainize me is bullshit. That's black shit. Just trying to have something to about.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's the Godfrey I knew was in there.
Nah, y'all wild for that. Man, you stupid. All right, bro, we out. All right, fam. I'll holler at y'all.
My brother, these Akatas always think we are the same.
That is why we must stay together.
They do not understand we are different.
Damn, I left my phone.
Our parents did not come here to play. Back home, if you do not hustle, you do not survive. Education first, work first. We came here with nothing and still became doctors, engineers, business owners.
Meanwhile, these Akatas think everything should be handed to them. They do not like hard work.
These Akatas are lazy. They always want shortcuts. Our mentality is different.
Yo. Nah, do the African voice again.
Foundational Black Americans, we regulators, and we shutting down every damn tether excuse. If you think your ass got one more second of telling foundational Black Americans your third world musty ass excuses, you out your damn tether fleeing ass mind. We don't give a damn how you feel. We don't give a damn how you take it. You want to tell us that you don't give a damn? Well, I guarantee you, our don't give a damn go way further than yours, Mr. Tether, Mr. Nigerian. Go ahead and try to get into a contest on who don't give a F. I guarantee you foundational Black Americans will win more than the Nigerian will. Godfrey. See, what it is Godfrey. Your ass ain't free. And you see foundational Black Americans, and we the freest motherfuckers on this planet. Why? It's because everybody knows they better stay the hell out of our space. See, we can't say the same thing about your people, Godfrey, because your people fled here. Because when Godfrey got into it with a brother on the internet, he said this. Yeah, family. Right there, family. There you go. Godfrey said that right there. I'm Nigerian. I'm blacker than you. Uh-oh. There go that tetherism, family. There go that tetherism popping out. Yeah. There it is, y'all. That's what Godfrey be talking. That's how they all be talking, because that's how they all be feeling, y'all. But we ain't done.
All of that.
I know, but what I'm trying to tell you is you keep switching off, Godfrey. I wasn't.
What'd you say?
Like that. I'm telling you, you've always represented that.
Ooh, look at him, fam. Look at this dude. Stop, hold up. Freeze frame, freeze. Look at this man. Y'all, right now, y'all look at this guy. Look how serious this dude is. Ain't nobody getting this upset unless you done got your ass exposed. Only when people get exposed are they acting like this. Look at this man's face, family. This man ain't never got this type of energy for Nigeria. How come you ain't having that same expression about Nigeria? Nigeria needs you, Godfrey. How come you don't ever look like that with a picture that looks like that? You ain't never got that type of energy for Nigeria, but you got that energy when a sister calls out your piss poor response. Yeah, you do sound just like Tobacco Ted or Trailer Park Trevor. There you go. Look at this man, family. This is what it is. This is non-FBA. This is not an ally. This is not a friend. This is somebody who is having that anti-foundational energy.
All as much as I speak up for Black women, what do you think that does to me in this business when I'm speaking up for you guys? I speak up for you all the time. Most celebrities in Hollywood don't say a goddamn thing about y'all.
Did he just call Black women MFers? Oh, fam, he's going full Nigerian abusive husband. I want food and jollof on table. I work all day. I want jollof and fufu on table or I beat you, fam. Godfrey sounded just like that damn grape festival. I said it. Y'all know Black Alpha gonna say it. Fam, I'm getting that same type of misogyny from it. Did he just call that Black American woman an MFer? I've never, ever in my life heard anybody talk like that and say that they're talking like that as a friend. Hell no. Exposed, fam. No coming back from this one.
Much as I speak up for Black women, what do you think that does to me in this business when I'm speaking up for you guys? I speak up for you all the time. Most celebrities for you guys. I speak up for you all the time. I speak up for you all the time. Most celebrities in Hollywood don't say a goddamn thing about y'all. And I'm always opening my mouth for you guys. I try my best, but I do one thing. You guys just go off. Oh, look at
I get it. All right.
There it is. There we go. Family, we done broke it down and we gonna unpack, rebuild it, shut it down one more time, fam. 2 times, double up. Listen, you can already see every excuse that he tries to use anytime he gets put against the corner. Let's make this clear. You ain't got no business, no right to speak on foundational Black Americans. Never. You ain't got no business, no right to disrespect our foundational Black American sisters. You got no business and no right to ever open your mouth and even mention us. You are from Nigeria. Your parents are from Nigeria, which means your ass is from Nigeria. Only thing America is where your ass got dropped off as an anchor. That is it. That is all. And you notice, family, anytime that these people get pressed, they do 2 things. They play victim and then they play ignorant. I don't even know what happened. I didn't even hear it. How you gonna say you didn't hear it and you responded to it? Last time I checked, to respond means you heard. So if you responded to it 2 times and you said facts, facts means you agree. Agreement means cosign. You cosign all that. Because you know why, family? Beyond all the cosplaying, beyond all the damn jokes, beyond all the excuses, beyond all the inventors, your ass had tether in you the whole damn time. Soon as they get around their friends, you get to see the real version of them. What you're seeing on the 154 podcast from Godfrey and his milk dud head ass co-host is how they talk when foundational Black Americans aren't in the room. Runners can't stand people who stand on business.
My Black friends would be, you know, they'll kind of fall into that trap of like not being proud of being connected to Africa. You know what I mean? I always tell them, like, if Africa was in a position, like a financial position, as like some European countries, you'd be a lot more proud. Because you don't understand the history of how things are, right? Yeah. But in college, I was, you know, a lot of my Black friends, I was born in the States, they were like trying to be connected to Africa. So I love that switch that happened. Even like now, when people do 23andMe, they're like, I'm 23andMe. Like, oh, yo, Chan. I love it. I'm 20% Nigerian. They get the results. I'm like, yeah, man, you are, bro. You know what I mean? Because I'll tell them, like, even like Nigerians, like, we didn't draw those lines. We didn't carve out our country. White people did that. Yeah. And so like, I'm like, if you don't even know what country you're from, claim all of it, bro. You know what I mean?
So for all the other stuff that it's created, it has connected us in a way that there was the disconnect where I am Leo, my mom from Louisiana, like, whoa, but before then, you know what I mean? And it's this cool.
Once again, why is this podcast called 154 Africa? Because they have not mentioned anything, at least as far as I've seen. None of the clips that I've seen have mentioned any of the 54. They might as well just go ahead and change the name to 149 mil Black America, because that's literally all they talk about. Like, I don't understand how you could say that the podcast is about uniting Africa one story at a time, because that's what it says in your title, your podcast description, but you only ever talk about one group. So how are you uniting people when you only address one group, especially when there is a shit ton of topics that you could talk about, that you can address, extremely important topics that you could be addressing on the African continent. The obsession with trying to get us Black Americans to just label ourselves as African is very weird to me. It doesn't make sense.
What's wrong? Godfrey said, yeah, they keep making fun of me being African. And she goes, and I will never forget, she goes, well, at least your ancestors weren't slaves. See, at least you have something to connect to. They don't. It's coming. And I go, wow, that's the truth. She goes, that's coming from trauma. That's coming from insecurity. Yeah, but you don't understand that as a 12-year-old. You're just like, they're just making fun of me. Most 40-year-olds don't understand. Right, no doubt.
Yeah. Yeah, and I was just going to add to that. This is like that trauma I get now as an adult, but I don't think a lot of, like Black Americans understand the trauma that also caused, because, if you're participating, and you saw it throughout movies, you saw it throughout music. I mean, all of it kind of crapped on the Black African immigrants who came to.
I'm starting to wonder if this 154 podcast is just going to be all about Black Americans. I mean, do they have any other material?
How do you come to my country and tell me what I should be doing?
You feel this is your country?
It is 100%.
Why do you feel?
Is this your country?
You know how I feel it's our country?
Is it your country?
You know why I feel that way?
That it is your country?
Yeah. I mean, Black people's.
Notice how he said Black people and not African people. He knows there's a difference.
Is America your country?
Yes, it is.
And you're Black, right?
And we built it.
And why do you feel that?
Because we built it.
You didn't build it?
Yeah. Black people built it.
So, what do you think about the Blacks who call themselves African Americans and they were born in America? Is that dumb?
No, it's not.
You got to be out of your minds to be born in a country, but call yourself something else. You got to be dumb,
you
right?
just try to have a connection.
To what?
To Africa.
But
Lies. We don't want a connection to Africa. They want a connection to America. That's why they want us to be African Americans so damn bad.
the folks in Africa don't even like black Americans.
We know that.
But the folks in Africa don't even like black Americans.
We know that. I'm African.
So why are you?
You know I'm African, right?
Where you from?
Nigerian.
So you born over there?
I was born here.
Every black person wasn't a slave. There were black people that were here in America already. They were already here. They were not. I know some black people that like. I'm not a descendant of slaves. We were already here. You know that black people were already here. Black people already traveled. Like in this what? All over the world. We were already. Our black presence is everywhere.
Native Americans that are Siberian hate black folks. And
Everybody got a name for a nigga.
but don't understand that they're black Indians. I met in the casino. I met black Cree Indians. These dudes were hanging with me speaking Cree. I was like, what the fuck? They were like, oh no, we're Cree. They were speaking Cree. The Indians are black. Most of them are black. There's the Siberian ones that look Mexican-ish. Came from the Bering Strait. But then their dances. I just found this that their dances are from the black folks. The shit they're doing, black Indians.
Yeah,
this shit is coming out, man.
Everyone that moved here, literally, will they tell you not to go to inner cities?
But
Like
don't go to inner city means black.
Yeah, exactly.
Urban black.
Let me tell you something, man. I'm Nigerian American. It's what I am. I never say that I'm black American and foundational black American, okay? I've always said I was Nigerian American. I've been doing comedy 20-something years, and I've always said I'm Nigerian American. You know the jokes about my dad, talking about he sound like Mufasa. I've been saying this on Comic View, on Comedy Central. I've been saying it, I say it all the time, I'm Nigerian. That's how come.
It's stuff where they'll go, you're not black American, you African. Right. And I go, eat a dick?
Man, I'm from the gay, man. Where we really get down out here, bro. This is not to be played with, man. You come around here, it's over with for you. I'm telling you.
You ain't really from LA if you need a GPS to get to the Slauson.
People get it twisted. They don't think like people like us be like human. Like we human. We still human.
Everybody family, but at the same time, everybody for themselves type shit. Like, you know, everybody trying to figure out their own way, their own path. Like,
people always be like, oh, you from St. Louis, you got an accent. I don't hear it. I honestly don't hear it. Like, it's a curve.
Where you said you from? We both from the Bronx, so I know that you dirty.
I don't know what type of time y'all supposed to be on, but hey, baby, me, I ain't on that type of time.
And everything in my music, man. When you feeling good, all that type of money bag queen.
It's okay to work a 9 to 5. It's okay to be regular. Too many young brothers losing their lives out here.
Why you so obsessed with me? Boy, I wanna know. Lying that you're sexing me when everybody knows.
Accent, you know what I'm saying? What days? Calling, ring on the phone. What days are you open? Baby, we open every day. That means Monday to Sunday, Sunday to Monday, tomato, 4:30 to 8:30. Be here early.
I don't even recognize DC, and I was born and raised here. Go-go music bumping through my ears, New Balance on my feet, mumbo sauce on everything I eat, peanut chews and fruities from the corner store.
I know Mississippi, we at the bottom in terms of like opportunity and jobs and stuff like that, bro, depending on your field. Some fields down here, we the best. You know what I'm saying, bro? And if you got any kind of hustle or drive about yourself living down here, bro, you'll survive easy, bro.
Hey, I'm from Wilmington, Delaware. Of course niggas call you the police without no paperwork.
Hey, I'm from Wilmington, Delaware. Of course when I see my folks, I say, hey, my baby. Hey, my baby. Hey, my baby.
Hey y'all, if y'all liking what y'all see, do me a favor, continue to be a star, hit that like button, hype it up too if you have the option. Let the algorithm know that we mean business here in 2026.
Also, don't forget to look for Chief Steve on Facebook and Instagram. Chief Steve on Facebook, chiefsteve.yt on Instagram.
So, Godfrey, at this point, we see you. And I need my people to understand something.
Somebody being funny does not make that person our ally. Somebody knowing how to imitate our voices, perform around our people, benefit from our audience, and speak on our issues does not mean that person truly respects who we are. Because respect is not determined by what you say when you're sitting in front of us. Respect is revealed by what you allow to be said about us when you're sitting comfortably around your own people. David Oyelowo sat on the 154 Africa podcast and reduced the southern accent of our people to some slowed down Nigerian accent mixed with slavery and subservience. And instead of stopping the conversation and saying, hold on, these people have their own history, their own nations, their own communities, and their own linguistic traditions, Godfrey laughed along and let it ride. Then, when our people spoke up, suddenly the people who were disrespected became the problem. Now we're supposedly traumatized. Now we supposedly have a victim mentality. Now we're taking the joke too seriously. Nah, we understood exactly what was being said. What they did not expect was for us to defend ourselves without asking their permission. And let me explain something else that people like Godfrey and David Oyelowo clearly do not understand about us. We do not have one accent. We do not have one sound. We do not have one walk, one rhythm, one way of speaking, or one cultural expression. The people they call Black Americans have some of the most beautiful and diverse accents anywhere on this landmass. Our people come from different regions, communities, nations, and tribal histories. The way our people sound in South Carolina is not the same way our people sound in Louisiana. The way we sound in Mississippi is not the same way we sound in Texas. California does not sound like Georgia. Virginia does not sound like Alabama. New Orleans does not sound like Memphis. And Baltimore does not sound like the Low Country. Every region carries its own rhythm. Every community carries its own cadence. Every nation and every tribe carries its own vibe. The way we walk may be different. The way we talk may be different. The way we move, laugh, sing, cook, celebrate, and express ourselves may be different. And that is all right. And that is what makes us beautiful. That is what makes us unique. We may be akin to one another, but we have never been identical. We have never been a monolith. The false Black label erases all of that complexity. It takes many different peoples, histories, nations, regions, and cultural traditions and forces them underneath one vague racial category. Then, once everybody has been flattened under that label, people like Godfrey and David Oyelowo feel comfortable making sweeping stereotypes and wild assertions about all of us. They believe they can explain all of our accents with one story. They believe they can explain all of our culture with one continent. They believe they can explain all of our history with slavery. They cannot. And the fact that they would even try shows how little they actually know about us. They may have proximity to us. They may have work around us. They may perform for us. They may borrow from us, study us, imitate us, and build careers within cultural spaces that our people created. But proximity is not identity. Access is not ancestry. Imitation is not understanding. And familiarity does not give anybody the authority to define us. As Kendrick Lamar said, they not like us. They have never lived our exact history. They have never carried our exact cultural memory. They have never been shaped by the same land, the same communities, the same family lines, and the same generations of experience. That does not make anybody less of a person. But it does mean they should stop pretending that they understand us better than we understand ourselves. You cannot insult a people's language, minimize their cultural development, and suggest that everything they possess is merely an extension of somebody else, and then tell those same people that their reaction is the real problem. That is not accountability. That is deflection. Godfrey has been doing this balancing act for far too long. He wants access to our culture, access to our comedy, access to our conversations, and access to our audience. But when it's time to defend us with the same energy, suddenly he wants to become neutral. There is no neutrality when disrespect is happening directly in front of you. Silence becomes agreement. Laughter becomes participation. And defensiveness afterward does not erase what everybody witnessed. Godfrey can celebrate his Nigerian heritage. David Oyelowo. Man, I'm probably messing up that last name. He can celebrate his heritage. Every people should be able to honor where they come from. But do not build up your identity by reducing ours. Do not tell the original people of this land that all of our culture belongs to somebody else. Do not tell the copper-colored indigenous people of this land that we are merely a branch growing from another people's tree. Do not treat our history as an empty space that anybody can enter and rewrite according to their own interests. We know who we are. We know what our families preserved. We know what our elders told us. We know what our communities built on this land. And we do not require Godfrey, David Oyelowo, or anybody else to validate our existence. The psychological game has gone on long enough. They give our people just enough. They give our people just enough acknowledgement to remain in our good graces. And then they pull our entire identity underneath their own narrative. They throw the rock and hide their hand. They flatter us in one room and diminish us in another. That time is over. We are establishing boundaries. We are done being the butt of the joke. We are done being used as the cultural scapegoat. We are done being the people everybody studies, imitates, criticizes, and profits from while refusing to respect our own understanding of ourselves. We are done being subjected to the foolishness. We are done being rewarded, and we're done rewarding, public figures who repeatedly disrespect us and then hide behind comedy, misunderstanding, or victimhood when they're confronted. You do not get to make our people your permanent subject while showing contempt whenever those people answer back. You do not get to profit from our culture while calling us traumatized for protecting it. You do not get to enter our home as a guest and then lecture the people who built the house about who they are. And let me make this clear. This is not hatred towards Nigerian people. This is not hatred towards African people. This is accountability directed towards specific individuals who have decided that disrespecting our people is acceptable entertainment. Every people has the right to protect its name, its history, its language, and its culture. We have the same right. Godfrey is funny. Godfrey is talented. Nobody has to deny that. But talent does not excuse disrespect. Comedy does not erase accountability. And being entertaining does not make somebody family. As far as I'm concerned, we are not rocking with the double talk anymore. We are not rewarding people who smile in our faces and diminish us when they believe they are in a comfortable room. Godfrey showed your true colors. David Oyelowo, you showed your ignorance of who our people truly are. And now we must show our discipline, not through hatred, not through violence, but through unity, cultural boundaries, historical awareness, and control, where we place our attention, our support, and our dollars. Keep our people's name out of disrespectful conversations. Keep our culture out of your mouth unless you are prepared to discuss it with accuracy. Stop reducing our many nations, tribes, regions, and communities into one stereotype. We have never been a monolith. We have never had one voice. We are a people of many sounds, many rhythms, many histories, and many expressions. And every one of them belongs here. Understand this clearly. Overstand this. We are not asking to be respected anymore. We are requiring it. This is Chief Steve. And I see you. Tata Chista. I cherish you all. And Yokoki. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.